Welcome, my name is Antony Cummins, and today I'm going to take you on a 3D tour of a Japanese sword. We will not focus on the famous katana, but the more often used tachi, or greatsword. I am going to show you all the various parts and how they fit together. Before we get into it, please help support this channel by clicking the link in the pinned comment to get a copy of the Book of Bushido, now available on Audible. Let us start with the blade. The blade of a tachi greatsword is of course longer than the katana, but is also more curved and it is signed slightly differently. However, many tachi were later cut down to become katana, so it can be confusing. The first item to go on is the habaki. This is a stopper which allows the handle of the tachi to fit securely in place. The next items are the seppa, or hilt spacers. A tachi has 6 of these, that is 2 sets of 3. First is the sho seppa, the lesser spacer. After this comes the chu seppa, middle sized spacer, and finally the dai seppa, the larger spacer. This is the first set. After this comes the tsuba, or handguard, which leads us directly into the next set of 3 spacers. The handle is butted up by the kazuki, hilt collar, and then of course the hilt itself. Interestingly, the middle of the hilt is called the tsukanaka. At the end of the hilt we can get the kabuto gane, or the pommel, which holds the musubi gane, or pommel ring. This has an alternative name of sarude, or monkey hand. I would just like to say a thank you to Miguel from the European Bugei Society, who has created all the graphics for this video. A link to the European Bugei Society and their YouTube channel is put in the pinned comment. Let us now turn to the scabbard. The opening of the scabbard is called a koiguchi, or mouth of the fish. However, just over the top of the sword, remembering that a tachi is slung blade down, goes the rain protection cover. This is known as the ama-oi. After this part of the scabbard, it is wrapped in cord, the same cord used for the handle. This is known as watarimaki, or also kawasaki, the scabbard wrappings. At the forward end of the scabbard you will find 2 mounting points, the ichi no ashi and the ni no ashi, basically first and second leg. To keep the wrapping in place we have makisashi, the stopping band. Just down from the scabbard wrapping we have 2 metal bands which help to keep the scabbard together over the long military campaigns that it has to endure. These are the ichi no seme and the ni no seme. At the end of the scabbard we have more metal components. We have another scabbard band called the san no seme, the third band, and again we have a rain cap to stop water seeping in. Again this is called the ama-oi, while the very end is called the ishizuki, or the scabbard butt. The area between the wrapping and the tip of the scabbard is called the watari. For those who know about Japanese swords, you will notice that some of the terms differ and that some of the Japanese characters appear strange. This is because the information is direct from old samurai scroll titled Heigu Yoho, which was written by the war strategist Natori Masazumi in the 1670s, who incidentally was also a trained ninja and wrote the famous Shoninki Ninja Scroll, a title which can be interpreted as the true path of the ninja. This means that it is a very authentic description of a sword from samurai times, using the terms and phonetics that the samurai used themselves. Let us finish off with the mountings for the belt. Connecting the scabbard to the mountings is the hikae, the mount support strap, which has upon it the kawa no mon, where a samurai could display his family crest. Even though the cord which passes around the waist is one cord, it has different names. The part between the 2 mounts, or legs, is called the himotsuke, while the rest of it is called the obi himo, or scabbard cord. Finally, the actual part which takes the cord through is called the obitori. I hope that you enjoyed this display of the Japanese tachi, and if you would like to read the original manual in which it comes from, you can get the full translation in English under the title Samurai Arms, Armour and the Tactics of Warfare from the Book of Samurai series. This will be in the pinned comment. Thank you again to Miguel from the European Bugei Society, and finally I would ask that if you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe to this channel, and if possible get yourself a copy of the Book of Bushido, which is now out on Audible through Amazon. My name is Antony Cummins, and I wish you well, good health and a good day.